When FIFA dropped the official logo for the 2026 World Cup, it instantly sparked a massive global conversation. At first glance, a lot of people in the design community saw a flat, minimalist icon with the numbers and a trophy and kind of wonder, is that it? But us as a design team, we knew there had to be more to the story. So we decided to dive deep into the full identity system, and what we uncovered completely changed our perspective. Today, we're breaking down why this branding is actually a masterclass in creative strategy. To truly appreciate what's happening here, you have to look at the scale of the 2026 tournament. For the first time ever, we have 3 different host nations co-hosting the event: Canada, Mexico, and the USA. The field has expanded from 32 teams to a historic 48-team format. That means over 1,200 players competing across 104 matches hosted in 16 completely different cities across multiple time zones and legal jurisdictions. Think about the creative challenge there. If you try to build a traditional logo that forces Canadian maple leaves, Mexican Aztec patterns, and American stars together, you kind of end up with a messy, compromised disaster. But if you lean too heavily into one culture, you instantly alienate the two others. So, how do you design a brand that is perfectly fair to everyone? Our analysis showed that the creative team opted for an absolute universality. They strip away flags, national colors, or traditional cultural icons, focusing entirely on the only 2 things every football fan on earth can agree on: the year and the ultimate prize. For the first time in World Cup history, the logo features an unedited, hyper-realistic photograph of the actual solid gold trophy instead of a flat vector drawing. This is a genius public relations move, because the physical trophy belongs strictly to FIFA and is universally revered by all 3 nations. So it basically acts as a total political neutralizer. No single country's heritage eclipses the other. They anchor this with a heavy, custom-designed geometric font family called FWC26 and tied it together with the official multi-emerald store. We are 26, some of it says, no some 26. But the real brilliance of the 2026 branding isn't the single static logo. It's a flexible framework designed to change depending on where it's used. In design, we call this a parent-child architecture. Bear with me. FIFA built a uniform parent structure worldwide, but gave the 16 host cities their own child toolkits to express their unique identities. So, for example, let's take Boston. Boston uses a classic historic East Coast color palette, while Mexico City bursts with vibrant traditional festive looks. Better yet, when you see the logo in motion on broadcast and digital platforms, the flat numbers actually hollow out and become a dynamic window device. So the 26 shape fills with fast-cam videos footage of local street culture and roaring stadium crowds. So the simplicity of the master logo serves as a quiet canvas, allowing the intense energy and distinct pride of each individual city to take center stage. Because the core logo is so structurally clean, it allows secondary physical merchandise and digital assets to truly pop up. Well, even the official match ball by Adidas named Trionda introduces beautiful sweeping curves that visually contrast the hard lines of the logo, bringing fluid motion back to the pitch. What about the cultural soul, right? Well, instead of forcing one single mascot to awkwardly represent all of North America, they launched an energetic trio of characters, giving each country its own distinct football identity. Let's start with Maple, the rose for Canada, a street-style artist and Brazilian goalkeeper that speaks directly to diverse urban youth culture. And then Sayu, the jaguar from Mexico, a striker celebrating deep art history, community, and food. And also Clutch, the bald eagle for the USA, high-energy, optimistic midfielder with deep American cinematic flair. So, this brilliant strategy lets each country return poor ownership over its local merchandising while maintaining harmony across the continent. So, what is our definite assessment? On the strong side, this system offers unrivaled scalability. It behaves flawlessly whether it's shrunk down to a tiny mobile screen icon or animated across a 4K broadcast opening. It mitigates regional fiberies and gives local marketing teams the power to make the donor feel authentic to their specific fans without breaking a global consistency. On the weaker side, in its basic static print format, the primary logo operates more like an institutional trademark than an entertainment brand. It handles technical optimizations perfectly, but it lacks that immediate visual hook on a poster. But overall, it is an incredible example of treating a visual identity as an adaptable, high-performance system rather than a static piece of print packaging. So the main takeaway from this example, I think, it's clear. Do not streamline your identity so heavily that you erase your personality. You can build robust parent foundations, but pair them with flexible modular toolkits that actually show who you are. Okay? But I want to know what you think about this. Now that you've seen the strategy behind the system, how do you feel about the 2006 branding? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Also hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next breakdown. Bye!